Good morning, everyone. All right, so we've got about 30 minutes to the opening bell, and so far this morning is a little bit slow. I don't see anything that's super interesting, but you know, it's still a little early, 9 a.m. Of course, usually on a really good day, we would have already had some breaking news at 8:30, maybe 7, 8, 8:30, 9, and already would be well in the green on the day. So it's already certainly not, good job. It's already certainly not one of the best days, but at the same time, I'm not in the red, so that's good. And just kind of sitting tight until we see possibly something start to open up. So thank you guys for tuning in. Reminder, today at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to teach a class live on YouTube. The topic is on scalp trading. So that'll be another special thing that we're doing this month for our anniversary of when I posted one of our most popular videos on YouTube that now has almost 10 million views. So thank you guys in advance for tuning in there at 1 o'clock. Warrior students, I'll put the link around 1 o'clock for that. I'll put the link earlier, but for 1 o'clock. So you could see the gap scanner this morning, leading gappers HOTH. High there was 171. The thing about HOTH is that it's obviously a bit on the cheaper side. You have a day back here on the daily chart where it made a bigger move, squeezed up to a high of 175, but then pulled back a bit. Here it went up to 220 and then pulled back a bit. So it's kind of got a history of popping up and then pulling back. Float is 23 million shares. It's already got 24 million shares of volume, so volume's a little higher. So I'm thinking sort of initially today, probably a good day to be a little bit conservative. Yeah, IVDA is a break of VWAP setup. I'll take a quick trade there at 19 for the break of 25, and then add there at 25. So on this, looking for a squeeze up to 35 and 45. It's a break of VWAP setup, so let's see if we get that move up to 35 and 45. Added at 25 right there. There's 24 on the bid. So on this kind of setup, our back of mind target would be possibly a retest of the pre-market high. Watch the first 1 minute pullback following break of VWAP over 25. There's 25 on the ask. There's 31. And I'm taking profit, only 600 bucks. So clearly there was a hidden seller at 25. It broke that level. It snapped up to 31 real quick. I mean, fine, but then didn't go higher. So just a small trade, but $600 puts me on the leaderboard with a green day. Highest volume there is red. You've got 300,000 shares on that candle. The high is 31. My new order would go at 31 if it can break over that level. That hidden seller at 25 was on ARCA. You could see shares were getting bought and it wasn't breaking. Now, once a hidden seller breaks, we expect a snap, but it only went up 6 cents. Only 6 cents. I'd rather have a 15-cent snap. So I think it's a base hit kind of day. Get your base hits, get in, get out. Don't overstay your welcome. Reminder for those tuning in, trading is risky. Most beginner traders do lose money and my results are not typical, so I encourage you to take it slow. And don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. Practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. I've got my little helper with me today. He's using measuring tape right now. What are you measuring? Okay.
I'm using the measuring tape.
Good job.
Why do we call it measuring tape?
Because it helps you measure things.
And this tape?
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to watch TV.
You do? Why don't you do something on this for a few minutes and then you can switch?
Why?
Why don't you do a little bit of studying?
But Paw Patrol is on noggin.
Here, you could do this for.
But Paw Patrol is on noggin.
How about this right here? You could do that. Why don't you bring that over to the couch? Right over there. I'll be right here. All right, so thank you for those just getting tuned in. It's about 9:10, and yeah, we don't have a lot going on this morning, but I'll go over my watch list with you, go over the gap scan, and I'd like to remind everyone, as always, that in case you don't already know, trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money, and my results are not typical. So please take it slow, practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line, and don't try to blindly follow me or anyone else. So this morning, our leading gapper is HOTH, H-O-T-H. That's the leading gapper in the entire market. All right, so this stock is up 163%, which is certainly a large gap. You can see that the spreads are very tight. The volume is 27 million shares. It's 24 million share float. However, what you could also notice about this is that aside from the really big move it had when it first sort of popped up, it went into this period of consolidation, and then it broke out again, but the move was smaller. So, and on lighter volume. So we're seeing it's kind of contracting a little bit. We want to be trading during these expansions where it's making really big moves, and that's not what it's doing really right now. I mean, again, this is all relative, but the moves are getting smaller. So with smaller moves, the opportunity for profit is getting smaller as well. So I haven't traded this one yet. I don't know that I will. The price is a little low, and it's just not moving quite enough. It's already up quite a bit. GNCA is our second leading gapper in the entire market. It's above 50 cents, but it's on the cheap side at 57 cents. 48 million share float. This one's just too cheap for me. Next one down is IVDA. I already took one trade on this on the break of volume weighted average price right up here, but the highest volume of the day ended up being a red candle. I don't like that. That's a little bit of a red flag. So we've got the high there of 31. If it can break through that level, that'd be interesting. I'm not sure that it'll be able to. It's already back below volume weighted average price. The next one down is Viru. This is a 64 million share float priced at $6. Not really that interested in it right now, but being below the 200 moving average, which is around 7, I sort of see that as having limited upside potential. Sale, we're going to skip over the warrants there. Sale, 84 million share float, price is too high, it looks like a buyout. MSP, buyout. VNet, this one's 148 million share float. COSM, this one doesn't really have any volume, and I don't see a headline. So, you know, at the moment, we can look back at the overall market, and what we'll see is that the overall market is pulling back a bit. So that's a little, you know, I mean, it's just where we're at. I think the big picture here on the market is that we're still above the 200 moving average, which is good. And I've always said being a buyer around the 200 moving average on the S&P 500 is a good place to be in. Can it go a little lower? Certainly. But it's a good average place to be accumulating a position for long term. So, you know, a retest of the 200 seems like a good spot to be a buyer. I think we'll probably see buying volume around the 200. Right now, the pullback is, I would say, healthy, and I have no real concern about it. But it does weigh on small caps a bit. IWM, the Russell Index, has not gotten above the 200, is generally weak. So, you know, all of last year, although you could say, was basically flat for the index until things started to pop up in November and then quickly reversed. Whereas 2020 was quite strong. So, yeah, there's some correlation there, but generally speaking, we're looking for a stock that has a very specific reason to make a move and to try to trade the momentum on that individual name. So, and I want to remind folks on who are streaming the morning show, just as being smart on social media, you'll notice, and this is unfortunate, but there's a lot of imposters out there that will use my a picture of me. They'll make an account and they'll say, you know, they're claiming to be me and saying, you know, invest in my Bitcoin fund or whatever. Those are imposters. Do not send those people money. Be smart. All right. Just try to make sure you're careful about that. Unfortunately, it's a bigger problem on Facebook than on YouTube, but it's actually a problem in both places. YouTube just has better, seems like a better system for shutting those accounts down quickly, whereas Facebook, I don't know if what they do. But anyways, just for just so you know, and just to be cautious. Okay, so let's see. It's about 9:15 now, and again, I will be coming back on live at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll be teaching a free class in the live broadcast, and the topic will be on scalp trading. So you guys can plan to tune in for that. I will make let's see, I'm actually going to go over on YouTube and schedule that broadcast right now. In the meantime, I've got my scanners running, audio alerts are turned on, so I am searching the market. You know, if something pops up, I'm going to be jumping on it quickly. Right now, we don't have just anything that's particularly interesting, so I'm kind of just trying to be patient, take it slow. Let's see. So if you see something that I'm missing, let me know. I'm not sure that there's anything that I've just somehow completely missed, but just don't see anything that's really interesting. Let me check IMT. It's because of the range and its position in the range, and this is actually quite terrible, from $38 down to $8. So its position within its range, although it's had a big range, is too weak. So that wouldn't be on the continuation scanner. All right. Got about 10 minutes to the opening bell.
I'm thirsty.
All right.
I don't know if there's like a fix it.
Did it come disconnected? Yeah, I think I know how to fix that.
What is the next thing?
All right. So I'll put that link, I'll pin that on YouTube in the comments here. Make it a pinned comment. That's the link for the 1 p.m. class. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm a little disappointed that we don't have anything super exciting or any big, hot momentum stocks this morning. But, well, it just is what it is. But thank you as always for those that are tuning in for the morning show. Some days, and I think this is sort of the nature of hot cold market, one day we'll have something and we've got some really great action, and the next day there's nothing. So it's hot cold, hot cold. Last week we had SST. This one made a pretty big move on several days. So, and I saw that there were some Wall Street Bets traders that were trading options on it that did really well. So that's pretty cool. It's always nice to see people crush it. But it's pulling back a bit here now, so no real interest in that one at the moment. I think it's a good indicator that recent IPOs are still worth watching when they present themselves. We'll want to keep a close eye on that. Viru, I mean, it's up 38%, but the float's higher and it's below the 200 moving average. So I don't know. I don't think I'm interested in that.
In a while.
Oh yeah, I see that. Looks good. Good job.
I'm doing a lot, but just not doing it. I'm doing. Not doing it.
Well, 2.5 minutes to the opening bell, so we are lacking volume. We don't have anything that looks really obvious today. So on days like today, the best bet is to sit and wait for something to start to open up. And if it ends up being that we don't have anything that opens up today, then that's just fine. We'll wait for tomorrow. We don't have to take trades every single day. In a hot market, we'll have opportunities every day. But when it's hot, cold, some days will be hot and the next day there might be nothing. So if there's nothing, you got to manage risk, keep it pretty tight, and just try to keep yourself in the game for when it starts to pick up. So that's the game plan here with 90 seconds to the opening bell. Warrior members will keep broadcasting. I'll keep trading, keep looking for opportunities. And those on YouTube, I'll be back at 1 p.m. Eastern for our class on scalp trading. So I put the link, pinned it to the top comments. So make sure you guys come over at 1 p.m. Eastern for that. Let's see. All right, so I hope you guys have a good morning, and I'll see you back here at 1 o'clock.